couple hundred years ago, the pagans were out here drinking and fucking under the winter solstice. And then the Catholics came and made it so fucking boring. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I feel like we get points for historical accuracy. Right?
I have no words for that one.
Yeah,
I'm
I have
not
zero
wrong.
Words for that one.
Okay, listen, little
I was
history
trying
lesson.
so hard not to laugh halfway through it, though.
Listen, little history lesson for you folks. If I recall correctly, the origins of the pagan Christian religion can
Disclaimer: This could all be wrong.
This could all be wrong. Could all be totally bullshit. But hey, I'm going to say it with confidence, and you're going to believe me for it. It dates back, if I recall correctly, to festivals done in honor of Saturn in the ancient Roman Empire, and they were basically just massive drunken orgies most of the time. And
I don't know anything about it, but you seem like you do, so I'll trust you.
It sounds like I'm right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds a lot like you're right.
It
that's really all that
sound like
matters.
you're right. Yeah,
That's all that really matters.
But that's what you're good at, isn't it?
I'm good at sounding like I must know what I'm talking about. I carry myself with the confidence of someone who doesn't deserve it.
True.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to our Christmas special episode of whatever our podcast is named. This
3,
week,
2, 1,
oh
binge.
my god.
3, 2, 1 binge. This week we have a slew of classic Christmas movies to talk about that we didn't decide who was introing again. I'll go
There's
first.
so many things wrong. So hey, Faison, how's it going?
Pretty good.
You guys talk while I try to remember the name of this book.
I'm also here.
It's A Christmas Carol. That's the book.
Who did this one? Dickens. Yeah.
Yeah, Dickens.
I just want to say I'm also here. We're still doing social distance.
Tyler's here. He's alive. He's
Tyler's
feeling
here.
good.
Faison's here. Oh yeah, he's alive. Your penis work now?
You forgot how everything worked in you.
It's been.
I'm talking about the podcast.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It feels like it's been a long time.
It's been
It
more
hasn't
than
been
a
that
week.
long.
It's only been like a week and change.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like we're still doing socially distance podcast, and we're gonna be doing that for the foreseeable future. It seems like, so like it's just such a different vibe than like sitting around a physical table and drinking coffee in the morning when it's now 9 o'clock at night.
Granted, we could have started like 8 maybe.
7:30.
7:30.
I was playing Scrabble.
An intense game. Apparently, it lasted an hour.
I got Starlight. I got the whole word Starlight there on a triple word spot, and it wasn't enough.
But I do believe somebody said, "Give me a few minutes."
7:30.
Didn't show
A Christmas
up until
Carol is
about
Charles
8:30.
Dickens' seminal holiday story about a rich white man
I'm reading from
faced
Wikipedia
with
page.
the 3 ghosts of past, present, and future, forcing him to change his ways and regain faith in the holiday spirit. And we're not talking about that version of the story. We're talking about the Muppet one because it's drastically superior in every way.
But also the same thing. Mostly the same thing.
Oh, mostly the same thing.
It's
but
basically
superior.
the book with Muppets.
It has a rat named Rizzo, and he's from Jersey. So
Yeah, but he's a rat.
I don't know. Does the 1956 version of the movie have that in it?
Yeah, but think of how he's representing Jersey. A rat.
I don't know. I like Rizzo.
I like Rizzo.
I liked him too.
Rizzo's one of the best Muppets. I feel like that's an easy statement to say. Like he's a top tier Muppet.
Top meaning how many?
Hold on, I'm gonna look up a Muppet tier list. There has to be one. Like top tier, you have like the 2 old men. Like those guys are great. 2 old men Muppets. Kermit's top tier. Gonzo's high tier but not top tier. Fozzie's mid tier.
Fozzie's top tier.
I was gonna say, you don't like Fozzie?
I think Fozzie's okay.
He's top tier because his name's close to mine. My nickname is like my parents and like my cousins all call me Foz, so it's close enough.
I just found someone put fucking no, that's not. That can't be Rizzo. That has to be Rizzo's cousin.
What?
No, they have another mouse in D tier.
The problem with this tier list is that I don't know any of these Muppets by name, or I only know them by name, not pictures.
Okay. Animal's top tier. The dog. I think his name is Doug.
The dog is
He's top tier. I love the dog. Swedish Chef is high tier. there are very few low tier Muppets. Beaker's A tier here.
Yeah, I'll give him high.
I like Beaker. I think that the shrimp deserves a little bit more. The shrimp was great in space.
What's your shrimp's name?
Pepe the King
Pepe.
Prawn.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's Pepe.
It's actually Pepe. Holy shit. Manamanak guy, that's a pretty good one. The chicken that Gonzo fucks. A lot of classic Muppets.
Excuse
me?
What, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't. I don't know
Yeah,
anything about the
Gonzo
Muppets,
has
actually.
It's his girlfriend.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gonzo's also canonically an alien. I'm not sure if that was made aware by you guys.
Yeah.
Did not know that either.
Yeah, he has his movie is basically what's the
E.T..
Spielberg film? Oh, well, also that one. But I was talking about Encounters of the Third Kind.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's the one. Yeah. Do you ever see the Office remake of the Muppets?
The Office remake
Office?
of them? What?
They did a version of the Muppets that was basically The Office, where Kermit broke up with Miss Piggy. Yeah, and he was getting some young pork, as he put it.
It's weird. He swears in that one.
Huh?
It's like Kermit. It's weird. Like he doesn't swear. He just says like damn and crap. But it's still weird to see Kermit say that.
It's actually not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's fun. It's strange seeing Kermit make innuendos about getting head.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's just where things go at some point, huh?
So how's this Christmas movie?
This is a fun Christmas movie.
It's a fun movie.
I like this one. It's very nostalgic for me. It features mostly a cast of puppets, and they are co-starred with Michael Caine, the professionally, properly trained actor.
Michael Caine.
Yeah, Alfred from Batman, or
Michael
that
Caine.
old man in Inception, or he had a scene in
Or-
Tenet.
That
He's
old
in
man
Tenet,
in every
Yeah, he's-
movie, basically.
Old man in every Christopher Nolan film ever.
He's in Dunkirk too.
Is he? I didn't see Dunkirk yet.
He's just a voice you hear on the radio, but it's him.
That's kind of fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
Christopher Nolan has him on speed dial, just in case. In
Of
case
course.
he ever has a movie going. But yeah,
Which is
it's
always.
yeah, it is. It is kind of always, unless theaters die, in which case I have to assume that Christopher Nolan is gonna just like set himself on fire in the middle of the street somewhere, to protest his films going to fucking streaming services.
Just be like a Buddhist monk and set himself on fire in the middle of the street.
I have to assume that's what's gonna happen.
And then he's gonna be the next punk band's album cover.
Oh my god, that'd
Yeah.
be imagine like in 2055 we got punks coming back. There's like a new Black Flag, and the cover of their album is just Christopher Nolan on fire, and they have
Dude,
like
that'd be kind of awesome.
they have like their title song is like Death of Cinema. That's the name of the album.
Yeah.
Listen, Black Flag 2, if you guys ever group up, come on.
If Christopher Nolan ever sets himself on fire, we
Yeah,
should
that's
copyright this
second part.
name.
I mean, listen, it's either him or Scorsese if the MCU keeps going. So one
Yeah,
of the
true.
two.
All right, we got it down.
So that's a
keep this in
Christmas
mind.
That's it. That's all we have to say about that.
Well, I mean,
it's fun.
It's fun. Michael Caine is obviously
He's having so
loving
much
it.
fun with it.
Yeah.
I really like how because the Muppets did a few movies like this where it was like a retelling of a story with one human actor.
What was the other one?
Treasure Island, which we're gonna get to at some point.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Tim Curry. It's just Tim Curry. And Tim Curry definitely fucked Miss Piggy in that movie. Because they talk about it on several
I feel
occasions.
Like that might be something we need to talk about
When we get to that.
when the time comes.
Now, I want our audience to get excited for the fact that we're going to talk about Miss Piggy's sex life.
I mean, is it really that surprising considering that he's also not Frankenfurter?
No, actually, no, it's not. But yeah, much like that movie, the human is having just stupid amounts of fucking fun. Just working with puppets, because that's got to be like an interesting place to be. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it's got to be really weird.
Like you're professionally trained, and now I'm working with puppets.
Yeah, you're used to like playing off the body language of your actors, and then it's just puppets.
But you don't see the puppet as a puppet. You're actually talking to him, and you
No,
have
I know,
no
I
problem
get that,
with it.
but it's just like I don't know. There's no like human interaction, you know.
I don't know. It's interesting because I've seen like I can't remember what it was. I think it was Robin Williams talking to Elmo or someone talking to Elmo.
Oh, the blooper? That blooper is amazing.
Oh, the bloopers are amazing. But actually, the bloopers are amazing. If anyone ever wants to look that up, that shit's great. But I think this was like maybe it wasn't that. It might have been like on an SNL, like not an SNL, like a Cohen
Are you talking about Tarantino talking to Conan?
What?
When Tarantino was getting interviewed by Conan, like Conan brought up that Tarantino loves the Muppets, and he had a whole story about, oh yeah, like I did something with the Muppets and I got to meet my favorite Muppet, and for him it was, oh, the dog's name's Ralph. I just remember that. His favorite Muppet was Ralph the dog,
yeah.
And I think it was also like Sam the eagle. But
A
anyway, he got to meet Ralph, but obviously it's a puppet. The guy's obviously working a
Mm.
puppet, and the whole time he's talking to Ralph as Ralph, like he's a normal person, and he obviously is ignoring the puppeteer, and he's just describing. It's like, yeah, it's like I didn't find it weird until I thought about it. It's like I'm talking to this puppet, but when you're talking to him, you're like, oh, this is just a normal person. I love you, you're a celebrity.
No, that actually is exactly what I was trying to remember, but I couldn't remember the story. That is it. That's actually exactly it. So I wonder, like, I have to assume it's kind of similar. You're on set. You're like, hey, Kermit, how's it going? You know, working hard or hardly working, and the guy carrying Kermit in his hands just going by.
Yeah, I mean, like if I was backstage with the Muppets, I'm not gonna talk to the puppeteer. I'm gonna talk to Kermit.
I'm gonna talk to the fucking Muppets. I wish I could talk to the Muppets. Like that feels like that'd be such a strange experience to have.
It would be.
Like, I would love to have been a human in a Muppets film. It just
Yeah.
it feels bizarre. Like I know I'm sober, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm talking to a rat and a shrimp.
I'm sure Jason Segel and everyone in the Muppet like reboot had a blast.
I'm not a big fan of the two reboot Muppet movies.
I haven't seen the second one. I love the first one.
I thought it was okay. I don't know. Neither of them really did it super well for me. But that's just me. I should rewatch them. It's been a couple of years.
Mm.
Yeah. But as far as this Muppet movie goes, it's fun. Like I think it's a solid retelling of A Christmas Story. Like I think it's kind of hard to do this story bad. You know?
Yeah.
Like how many Christmas Story movies are there?
It's how to do
Christmas
it
Carol
differently.
movies. Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
I know there's the Jim Carrey one. There's definitely multiple like
I didn't
live
like
action
that
ones.
one. I thought the Jim Carrey one was okay. The Jim Carrey one has a scene that's just incredibly disturbing.
I haven't seen it, so
Oh yeah, there's like one scene in there.
I'm guessing it's with the last ghost.
No, actually, it's with the second ghost, the jolly Ghost of Christmas Present. He has the two kids in his cloak, and he's like, "These are the two kids you fostered." I think it was Avarice and Greed, or I can't remember, but they were two horrible, horrible demon children. And I didn't like them as a child. I didn't like them at all.
Okay.
Did not enjoy that experience. This one doesn't have demon children, but it does have a jolly puppet man. I really like the ghosts in this. Like,
Yeah.
they're good. I think like the first one is kind of like I think the first ghost is always the most boring.
Yeah.
Like no matter
I
in
mean,
every iteration, the Ghost of Christmas Past is just kind of like there.
What was
yeah, I
up
think
with
it's just the
design?
most boring one in general, just because of the way it was written, probably.
Yeah, I mean I read the book back in like fucking middle school. I can't remember it for shit.
Yeah.
But
What was up with that ghost design?
she was like a child, like a CGI
But it looked
floaty child.
it looked really like
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, it was just weird looking. Like when she came up, I'm like, why did they go with that? It looks really disturbing.
I don't know. It's weird because even in the Jim Carrey one, it's like a candle. It's like a human candle, and he also looks really weird. There's something about the Ghost of Christmas Past that just does that. I don't know. People, it just feels fucking weird. I don't think I've really seen a version of it where like that's like, oh, this is a good ghost.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
remember any of the past versions being like disturbing or messed up.
I don't know if I'd call it disturbing.
Or, like-
That's a little bit rude.
All right,
but
like Uncanny Valley, like you said. Like I don't remember any of them.
I think
being...
the candle one from the Jim Carrey movie kind of gets that level.
Hmm.
But then again, a lot of that movie kind of treads into like Uncanny Valley level. Like they went like really Polar Express with the animation, but like with more budget.
Yeah. And that
Polar
animation is
Express-
totally Uncanny Valley.
Polar Express is already kind of disturbing if you
Just
look at it
dead
too long.
eyes.
If you stare at them for too long, it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
But I like the Ghost of Christmas Present a lot. Like that's always a personal favorite because I watched this movie a shit ton as a kid,
Mm.
and that guy was always he's so happy, he's having a good time,
He's just so jolly.
he's so jolly. He has that joke. He's like, oh yeah, the other 1,800 who came before me, and it's like, ho, because you're Christmas. I get it. That's a good joke.
Yep.
And then he dies. It's like
And then he just dies.
kind of depressing, and like
But he's good.
yeah, like it's a really good it's a good marker of like the tone changing because like he's jolly, he's happy, he's leading Michael Caine around. He's like a human-sized Muppet, so he's bigger
Yeah.
than a human. He's fucking huge. So he's walking Michael Caine around town. He's like, hey, look, here's your nephew. They hate you. Hey, look, here's Bob Cratchit. His son has leukemia, or something really bad. That was really the first disease that came into my head. Huh? Wow. He's just showing him like Christmas and hey, things are good, but there's some sad stuff here. And then he dies. And then like Michael Caine's left alone and then he just sees the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
The Ghost
And
of
Christmas Past, Fresh Future.
Yeah.
It's literally the Grim Reaper. Like I know there's
in
like
every
some mileage.
iteration, it's
There's
grim.
some
Yeah.
mileage in it, but it's usually Reaper-esque. Even in the 101 Dalmatians version of it, it's the Grim Reaper.
There's a 101 Dalmatians version.
I've watched a lot of versions of A Christmas Carol. I just don't remember many of them anymore.
They had a special for 101
I think they had a
Dalmatians?
show. Because I had it on
think you might be
VHS.
right.
I think I had it on VHS, and it was 3 Dalmatians I'd never seen in the movies, and I have to assume it was part of a show. Either way, there's also like a Grim Reaper cat or dog or something in it. But this one always feels like, I think in most of them he doesn't talk. There's a couple where he speaks a little bit, which has always been weird. But in most of them he doesn't talk. So this one doesn't talk. It's good. And he's just incredible. It's like it's always really the scene is always like really cruel but well deserved because Scrooge is an asshole.
Yeah,
like in life he's a total piece of shit.
Yeah,
so he does deserve this, but it's always like God, the spirit did not fucking hold back.
Yeah, where it's just like all his servants just like selling all his shit.
Yeah, I like. There's always the line in this one where it's like, I think this one's in the. I think I have to assume this line's in the book, where it's like, oh yeah, we took his sheets. Oh, they're still warm. It's the only warmth he ever had. It's like, god damn.
God damn. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's in the book.
I feel like it might be. It's like you really didn't have to.
Yeah, you didn't have to go that far, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Or like there's like the banker pigs, and he's like, is there gonna be lunch at his funeral? I'm like, no. It's like, I'm not gonna go.
Yep.
What's the point? It's and like Michael Caine, he doesn't really hold back because he's working with Muppets. Like he's actually acting. He's acting.
Yeah.
Especially in that scene, like where he sees his name on the grave. It's like, oh man, you're really sad.
Yeah.
You're really sad that you're gonna die. And that Tiny Tim's dead. And in terms of acting, really Kermit kicked it out of the park too. I think Kermit's performance.
It always sounds so weird. We're just like, yeah, in terms of acting, this
Kermit's
Muppet really killed it.
No, like there's like when Kermit's son, Tiny Tim, dies, and it's like next Christmas, and he's talking about how he picked out a really nice like grave spot for him on top of the hill so he could see the ducks because Tiny Tim loved to see the ducks. Kermit ate that scene.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kermit was killing it. I think he might have been snubbed that year. Truly.
Yeah, whoever won the Oscars that year,
give it to Kermit.
Give it to Kermit.
Can you?
I would have loved if.
Dude, it'd be
amazing.
Let the Muppets host the Oscars.
Yeah, it's what people want.
The Oscars are kind of boring as shit.
They're very boring.
Yeah, like honestly, at this point, I don't watch them. I just have Tyler watch them and then tweet me, text me the answers.
Hold up, I watch them anyway because I enjoy them.
Yeah, like
they are kind of boring though.
I don't think that they're as.
Yeah, no, they are, but I mean, like, I like all aspects of movies, so I just want to root for specific people, even though like.
Yeah, so when you're watching it, more of like you're rooting on for somebody, like you're really hoping somebody wins, then yeah, you have some kind of investment in it.
Yeah. I
don't really care. So when I watch it, it's just like, eh.
I just feel like they all take themselves so fucking seriously down in Hollywood.
Well, I mean, the actors and above, yes, but I mean, like the tech people, the people who win like best score, they're
having a good time with it.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't know. Give me something fucking crazy to tune into. Let the Muppets do it. Do it on a boat. Do it on a raft somewhere. Just on a bunch of rafts.
Do you want a Titanic the Oscars?
Okay. Yeah. What?
I want them to put on a show. I get it. Someone's gonna get a gold.
Sounds like
gold man. But
it sounds like the villain's monologue before he gets the people on a boat to sink it.
Yeah.
The boat doesn't have to sink.
Or blow up, whatever.
You make it sound like you want it to sink, though.
I really think that I just think that it should be more theatrical, a little bit more fun. Like what?
So blowing up a boat.
I'm not saying that you blow up a boat, Tyler.
That's what you're implying, though.
I'm not suggesting they blow up
heavily.
a boat.
It feels like you're heavily implying it.
So first of all, I said raft,
which is even worse.
It's a little bit worse, but I just think it should be a bit more fun. Like I don't know. It's all.
And what more fun could that be if there's a ticking bomb?
I don't want to blow anything up, Tyler. I just want quality television while I watch people get little golden men.
And what more excitement would there be with some incentive to do it faster?
You know what? You say that, but like if you were to put them all in like a room with like nerve gas or something, and like tell them you got 30 minutes.
You
got 30 minutes. No. Wait. Like it would be exciting. It wouldn't be ethical or good.
So no bomb, nerve gas. All right, got it.
It would be exciting. Listen, I got a little bit off track. Let me reiterate.
How do you even get there? Oh, what?
Muppets Oscars went to Chris wants to murder.
No,
the Oscars.
no.
No, but how do we get to nerve gas?
No, because like I feel like that was a natural escalation to.
No.
No.
You got
Exploding?
murder on your mind.
No,
You got murder on your mind.
no. Wait. No, listen. I just think the Oscars are a little bit boring, a little bit snooty.
Yeah, I agree they're a little boring, but
I
nerve
think-
gas?
Okay, the nerve gas was like a far explanation, you know, like because Tyler's like, oh, if you put a bomb, and I'm like, yeah, sure. If you put nerve gas, it'll be, you know, more.
No,
tense.
but you went,
No,
if you
yeah,
put
but-
them all in a room and give him nerve gas.
Okay, so I specified the idea a little bit more than my own good, you know, really deserved here.
So for the 2021 Oscars in the theater, they're gonna have nerve gas counting down.
No, Tyler, in a closet in the theater, not in the theater itself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're gonna shove everybody into one room.
Okay, first of all, that wouldn't make interesting television to watch because we just have the timer. If anything, it should be if you okay, listen, I'm not saying that they do this, but if they were to go somewhere really crazy with it, it should be closer to like the lights power off and someone disappears. Someone gets taken away, like a plastic skeleton's put in the chair next to them instead. And they need to figure out who's the killer.
Are you sure it's a plastic skeleton?
I mean, I don't know how they want to do if they do resin or whatever these
This
days.
is just
but the
pitching the idea for a new movie right now.
it's like the Oscars, but then someone turns off the light and somebody dies, and they have to figure out who's the killer. I mean, I feel like A24 would fund me.
That's actually like a pretty cool idea, though.
Come
I'm
on,
not
it'd be
gonna lie.
funny. It'd be fun. Thank you. I'm glad that my point came across.
You'd
It
have to
would
get
be-
like a super star-studded cast, though.
Oh yeah, and like only for like 5 minutes, and then we kill them off
Yeah,
because we can't really afford for them to be on set. For
it's just
more
like
than
the
a day.
backstage workers that are figuring this out.
It's just a bunch of cameos.
Yeah. Oh man, at the end, I think I want it to be the director of Parasite. He's the killer.
Bong killed everybody.
Yeah, Bong's doing it. And then he gives off this whole monologue, and it's literally everything I've been saying, and it goes on just as many weird tangents that don't really make any sense.
What if, Tyler, what if it was just Matt Damon the whole time?
Matt Damon.
Fuck you. I hate that movie.
Wait, time out, Chris. What you described was the end of Team America when they were all together and they were gonna get blown up. Is that what you want to do?
I have no idea what you're talking about because I've already purged that movie from my memory. I
Matt
have
Damon.
no. It's not. Fuck you. It is not worth the brain cells it would take to store that film. It's gone. It's out of here. Christmas Carol.
America.
It's the future Republicans
yeah.
want.
What?
I mean, it kind of is, or like not
Not
that
really.
not the movie. Scrooge is the future Republicans want.
Is it though?
Scrooge himself?
Oh yeah. I mean, but like the fact that he changes.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
the
Not
ending, yeah.
that. Not the ending. I'm just talking just the first 20 minutes. just Scrooge
Okay.
saying that like if people can't afford to go home, they should go to prison.
Yeah.
That's the future.
True.
Just that sequence, and like that one guy saying how his daughter's really sick and he can't afford his mortgage, and then Scrooge literally throws him out the
He
window.
just goes make more money.
Yeah.
Stop being so poor.
You know what's a good stimulus package? A job.
True.
Is an actual
Oh, yeah,
tweet that that one senator said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrooge would be just. You know, I was talking about this because I was talking about this with my girlfriend when we watched the movie, and I said, how do Republicans feel when they watch A Christmas Carol? Like,
I don't think they think of it.
I
I
don't
feel
think-
like
yeah.
does nothing click
Nope.
that it's like you don't see like you're the Scrooge here. Like this is
Maybe-
literally.
I do want to say maybe we should move on.
Oh,
Before we
come
get-
on.
Before we
What-
get
what?
into a
I only had a
political
couple of
debate.
glasses. I've only had a couple of glasses of wine tonight.
And
I'm
we're
fine.
walking.
Everyone listening is some people listening are nodding because they know I'm right. They know
True.
I'm right.
but we're a movie podcast, Chris.
You know, when I get the politics podcast up and running, you'll see. You'll all
Yeah,
see.
true. I'll join you.
But
We already had this discussion.
we have had this discussion. I like how our entire discussion about Christmas Carol has not been about Christmas Carol.
Because there's not much to talk about.
It's a
It's-
classic. Everyone knows it, I guess, right? It's
I mean,
that
the-
with Muppets
The only
and
new
some fun
part of it,
songs.
the musical part is like new, and the fact that the narrator is Gonzo and
Gonzo.
Rizzo.
I like that.
I
Yeah.
like
think
I like
that's
the
a
narrations.
fun. I like the fun framework. I also like that they have like quotes from the book throughout the film, it gives it
That
kind of
Rizzo
like
doesn't believe is real.
that Rizzo doesn't believe is real. I like it because like it gets like a bit of like legitimacy to everything. Like you have like goofy stuff going on, and then Gonzo like quotes a Charles Dickens novel, and it's like, oh shit, no, this is a bit serious. This is a movie.
Yeah.
And I like, you know, I find it funny because like we did musical and puppets recently.
This is a musical puppet movie.
It's a puppet music. Yeah. It all came together. And I wonder if do you hate this movie more because it's a musical, Faison?
I didn't mind it, really, just because it's like, I don't know, it's like a childhood movie, basically. I didn't mind the musical bits that much because I knew it wasn't supposed to be like super serious.
It's not a full-on musical where like
Yeah.
the music was the main part of it. Like the story is the main part.
It just happened to be a musical.
Yeah, like I didn't mind it that much.
Yeah.
It also helped that the
music
songs
was
are
nice,
pretty
too.
good.
Yeah, I like the Marley and Marley one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah, so that one's actually a pretty good one. I do think though the music in this not as good as the pirate one. We'll watch that at some point.
Haven't seen the pirate one.
It's good. We'll get there. Tim Curry is having a great time. And
Troy.
on that note, one of you needs to intro the next movie, unless there's anything else y'all want to say about Muppets.
I think we're good with Muppets. Tyler,
Yeah.
would you like to intro?
Our next one, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's really similar to the other National Lampoon movie we watched, Animal House, in that the story is bare bones. It's just the Griswold family getting together for Christmas and hijinks ensue.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's honestly a pretty good summary of it. I do think this one's a lot better than Animal House. I haven't seen a lot of the National Lampoon movies. In
I don't
general.
know if it's
It's
better?
tough to say if it's better.
really. I
like
personally
both a
would say,
lot.
really.
Yeah, I did. Even though this is way less problematic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we talked about this before because we talked about Animal House.
Yeah, maybe I'd give it to Christmas movie or Christmas Vacation just because it is a lot less problematic.
I think it's funnier too. Like when we watched Animal House, I think it had like 2 gags. I had the horse, which iconic. I'm never gonna forget that joke. And then it had the ending.
That's true. That Clark's meltdown scene at the end.
Yeah, Clark's meltdown in this. I think this movie had funnier bits overall.
I mean, for me, one of the funnier bits is really early on when when you meet his boss for the first time and the group of guys pass by and it's like, all right, Merry Christmas, kiss my ass, kiss his ass, kiss your own ass, Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, that's a great bit.
That was a good one too.
I mean, I think this movie's it has a lot of great bits. Like there's even one slightly later on when he's like it seems like he's in New York, right? And he's like looking for a gift for his wife and like ogling at the
that's immediately after the kiss my ass.
Immediately after that, yeah. She's like, oh yeah, in this pantyhose you can see, no lines. And his son's like walking right behind him. And he's like, you see, son, no lines. And he's like, yeah, Dad. He has a realization.
His son is also Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
I did not realize that until you told me a few minutes before we started the episode.
Yeah, at first. And the moment when I realized that, you can tell because his facial expressions are the exact same as Leonard.
The kid actually could he was like in terms of like the rest of the family outside of Clark and like the wife. He was one of the better actors. Like he was actually a child actor who didn't suck to watch.
Yeah.
Which I remember. I was a little bit surprised about. Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, he's a good child actor in the 80s.
What happened?
And like, I haven't watched this. I've not watched a single frame of Big Bang Theory.
Well, it ended a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I haven't watched it actually watched it. I've seen a couple episodes.
I've seen none of it.
Memeing.
So I don't even know if he's a good actor. I thought maybe like because he was good in this or as a kid, like, oh, that's why he got like a role in that show. Like, he's actually good. But now you're just making everything.
No, I don't know. I was just memeing.
I have no fucking idea.
I've no
never
idea.
seen
I
any of
mean,
it.
no, Big Bang doesn't need you don't need enough acting ability for that show. A lot of it you can just.
That's true. It's just like
it's
it's a
not that hard.
sitcom.
That's most sitcoms. Yeah, I was gonna say you just need to be like vaguely likable.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like all you need from sitcoms, as far as I've seen. I think that's changed these days.
Yeah. Single camera sitcoms when they just have like the one static set.
Yeah,
that's you don't really need to act. The sitcoms you see like Community is the first one that came to mind. That one
that's
you
a good
need
pick,
some
yeah.
acting.
Even New Girl has
New Girl,
moments
you
that
need
you
some
actually-
Yeah, New Girl does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm. Is this again? Now we're gonna be totally off topic. Fuck it. I really like the evolution of sitcoms these days.
Mhm.
Like you can even make the argument that like, holy fuck, what's that? The most recent show?
Good place.
Good Place. I mean, Good Place kind of is a sitcom, right?
It's considered a sitcom.
Yeah, I
Since it was
consider
a
it a sitcom.
I would say it's the most like unique sitcom out there right now. It's literally has none of the traditional format of a sitcom, I'd say, almost outside of like a group of people and jokes. Yeah. And it also goes to really interesting places with its story that like The Office doesn't bother doing or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fuck The Office. You know what? I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't.
You're talking.
This is an inflammatory episode.
Not the
you agree
biggest
with
fan
me?
of it. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like
I
Parks
saw
and
the
Rec
whole
more.
thing. I love Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec's great. I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and
Brooklyn
I love
Nine-Nine I
Good
think is
Place.
better than both, to be honest.
Ooh.
I haven't
I mean,
seen
I know
much of
people who'd
Brooklyn
agree with
Nine-Nine.
that.
But granted, I've also watched Parks and Rec like 4 times already.
I
like it a
I've
lot.
seen it about 4 times. I personally do like Parks and Rec more than Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I do think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is very good. But
Yeah.
I also like The Good Place more than all of them by a pretty large margin.
I haven't seen The Good Place, so
Oh, you got to
You
see
need
The
can't
Good
really
Place.
comment on it.
We'll get
Yeah.
to that one. That is such a good show.
The Office
Um,
is still. It's just wildly overrated.
Yeah,
I
I'm
still
not saying
think
it's
it's mostly
bad.
good. I just think it's.
I don't
mostly
think it's
good.
even really good. I think it's, if I'm being very generous, I feel like I'm saying it's okay, and that's
Yeah, it's
being
okay.
generous.
I think it's okay.
I think for a lot of its run, it's kind of bad.
I think it's good for the most part because
I
whenever
mean,
I,
the fir-
think about it,
People
the
always
first
say
season
like,
feels kind of unwatchable to me.
well,
people,
yeah, first
people-
season had its problems.
Well, here's the funny fucking thing to me. People always say, "Oh, the first season's awful," but also anything after season 4 is trash. It's like it's a 7-season show.
leaves?
Yeah, after he leaves. That's what people say. Like they say after Carell leaves, it's garbage.
I don't.
And
mind
I've watched
it.
all of it. I
I
thought
don't mind when he leaves. It
I honestly thought
had
the
like
quality
problems.
was exactly the same.
No, I don't think it was the same. There were obviously when he left, he obviously took some of the show with him.
Yeah,
It did take a bit for the footing to come back, but I still think. I mean, besides the ending is great. The ending to that show is great.
yeah,
I
it has
still
a
think,
decent ending. I just wish it was good.
I think the back seasons aren't as bad as people say.
I don't think the back seasons are as bad as people say because I don't think the front seasons are as good as good. Are good. I don't think they're good. Like people say, like the biggest issue is like, oh, you know, Steve Carell left. He took a lot of the show with him, and because of that, a lot of the cast had to like compensate for him leaving. So you have like a quote unquote serious character, like what's his name?
Andy,
Nope,
what are you gonna
nope.
say?
Dwight,
Nope.
Jim?
Nope.
Who the fuck?
In your butt, up your butt.
Gabe.
Oh, Stanley.
Stanley, who had never made a joke, never
Yeah, that catchphrase is
made
stupid.
a joke, and then suddenly like we need more funny because we lost Carell.
Yeah.
Give Stanley this character with zero personality. I mean, none of the background cast had much of a real personality outside of being an asshole. They're not likable. None
I
of
don't
them,
like half the cast.
I don't like more than half the cast.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, I like maybe 2 or 3 people. I like Dwight and I like Jim.
Dwight's the best character.
Yeah, Dwight's
Yeah.
the best character.
I like
Dwight
two.
and
I like
Jim.
2 characters basically.
That's it.
All right, wait.
Parks
Before
and
we keep
no,
going on this-
I'm staying on this tangent. Parks and Rec. How many characters did you like by the end of the show?
All of them.
I like
All of them. Even someone like
John
Tom.
Ralphio.
Even John Ralphio.
I love John
Yes,
Ralphio.
You
He was
love
so
John
funny.
Ralphio, and he's intentionally awful.
And his sister, Mona Lisa. Was that her name?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's her name.
Yeah,
That's her
yeah,
fucking
okay.
name. John Ralphio and Mona Lisa. The Office is the prototype for better shows, but it's
Okay,
not
okay. Let's
National
get back to
Anthem.
national anthem. That was-
It's
that
in the
was-
tagline that we do this.
that was a bit of a.
I like
Bit of
how
a tangent
that's
there.
our whole Shure. That's a whole Shure shows episode right there.
He's not even in that one.
It's
The Office is not even in that one.
isn't it?
No. Oh wait, maybe it is.
We'll
Whatever.
find out in a couple years.
Yeah.
So
So National Lampoon.
yeah.
I love how they literally kidnapped the boss.
The ending sequence is fucking
And
great.
yeah.
It was just like, man, you didn't give us money.
I mean, like,
He
fair
was cool
though.
with it.
I'm not
Barely,
saying
yeah.
that everyone should watch that movie this Christmas.
But it has a
But-
lot to do with what's going on currently.
I'm
throwing
just
it
saying,
out there.
if everyone gets kidnapped,
If
can't-
some, if you're waiting on your stimulus check, please
Yeah,
think
know?
of this movie.
think of just think of Chevy Chase while you do it.
Yeah.
Once this
not a
episode goes
sentence
up,
I
we
wanted
got
to
the
say.
Once this episode goes up, we have the fucking FBI knocking on our doors.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's good odds. Good odds.
We're all gonna get
Merry
demonetized.
Christmas.
Like our podcast is gonna get taken down from this episode.
This is our. I
Never
love how
hear
this
from
is.
us again.
Yeah, I like how this is our Christmas episode, and yet it's just been.
Well, yeah, we
Kidnap
can't be
your
saying things
governors.
like this. I'm brown.
Yeah, your name is Faison. That's not a great sign. Oh man, we're gonna get a letter like mailed from Guantanamo in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. I mean,
You're
Tyler.
gonna get a collect call.
I celebrate Christmas.
Well, I mean, your name is Faison. I'm Hispanic, and Tyler's Jewish. So we're going into 3 different camps. You know what I mean? We're going to 3 distinctly different camps by the end of this.
Solid.
Chevy Chase is really good in this.
Yeah,
wanna point
he's
out-
good in both.
Yeah, Chevy Chase isn't in the first one in Animal House.
Well, no, yeah, he isn't. Never mind.
No, that was my
Guy
biggest.
looks
That was my
like
biggest problem
Otto-
with Animal House, or
And
one of.
Otto from Animal House looks a lot like
Yeah, he does.
Chevy.
I always assumed that all the National Lampoon movies were about like Chevy Chase and then his son.
Yeah.
So it was weird to me that Animal House had nothing to do with him. And personally, because I didn't like Animal House, I didn't find it very funny. I only had like I said 2 jokes I really liked. I think that the best National Lampoon movies are the ones with Chevy Chase. Like there's this one, there's National Lampoon Vacation, the original.
And all of his
And-
vacation movies.
All the vacation movies are fucking fun. I didn't see
Yeah,
Vegas.
I haven't seen any.
I seen
any
European. I
of them,
didn't see
actually.
Vegas.
I didn't see any of them besides Christmas.
Wait, really? You didn't see even the original?
Nope.
Oh, the original's a gem. He holds a man at gunpoint to open up Disney World.
That sounds like Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
It sounds
like him. I hope.
Yeah,
this
he didn't-
is-
he
I
didn't
hope
even know
this
he
is
was in a
him
movie.
Just in real life.
This supposedly is.
Chevy
I
Chase
feel like
is a
Tyler.
dick in real life.
Yeah, do you want to cover all of that about
I
Chevy
mean-
Chase?
Chevy Chase is even like throughout SNL and especially Community, he's known as difficult to work with, and that's why he left Community because he fought with Dan Harmon.
I remember hearing about that. Actually, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, he fought with Dan Harmon, and he like for Community, he didn't like how his character Pierce started out as just an old guy who had like racist tendencies because he was older, and then it slowly morphed over the years into just he's an asshole and a terrible person, and Chevy Chase didn't like that. And then he made some comments about what he thought his character was gonna do, and those comments involved the N-word, and that got to him leaving, and then like him and Dan had a whole falling out over it.
Ah, see, I didn't hear about that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chevy Chase is
Yeah.
notorious.
Yeah, the N-word thing was him saying like, "What are you gonna make my character Pierce do next? Say the N-word?" And that, but except he actually said, except when he was
but
saying
he
it,
actually said
he
it
actually
with a
said
hard
it.
R.
yeah,
He really
And
that's like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yikes.
You know?
yeah,
It's like, what are you gonna make me do next? Say what I'm about to say.
yeah.
It's like, man,
It's like, what are you gonna do? Stab me? Says man who got stabbed.
I fucking love that headline.
Still the best headline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's notoriously a hell of a piece of work, but he's
So
also
playing
really
himself
funny.
in this
Yeah, he's playing himself. He's just playing
because he does
yeah.
that. He does the careless, aloof jackass in this whole movie. Like his neighbors hate him because their house gets torched or like destroyed half the time because of his actions, and he has no idea.
Yeah.
I like how that
Also-
one of his neighbors is a chick from Seinfeld.
It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Yeah,
Thank you. I could not remember her name. She's also in. Is it VP? VP.
she's in Veep. She has the most like Emmys out of anybody because of
Really?
her acting. She has
Yeah,
like
I mean,
18
she's-
Emmys.
I've only. Does she do more? Does she do more than comedies?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
wow,
no.
that's-
She's done like drama movies, or at least like dramedies.
Mhm.
But like she has, it was either 8 or 18. She has a ton of She has a lot of Emmys.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ! Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Like I mostly know her from Seinfeld because I haven't watched Veep, although I want to. And but Seinfeld's a fucking gem.
Yeah, she's won for each show she's been on. Like she went from Seinfeld to New Adventures of Old Christine, and then I think it was just after that right to Veep. And she's won an Emmy for Best Actress on each of those multiple times.
Wow. Okay. I mean, she was actually pretty good. Like, she didn't have a lot to do in this movie per se. Like, she was only really there for like 4 scenes total.
It was funny.
yeah,
I
she
saw,
wasn't
she's
there for that
funny.
long.
I saw a theory on like Reddit that said that her and her husband or inserted into the movie because every time they're on screen, they're barely talking to anybody else beside themselves. They're not interacting with Clark.
Oh,
That
might
kind of
be
makes
right.
sense. They don't interact with a single other.
Even
Cast
when
member.
even when she charges at the door, it's like because she's pissed at Clark.
Yeah,
and
they're
she's
never in the
knocking,
same
and then,
shot.
and then she gets attacked by the squirrel. Clark doesn't
Yes.
interact with her, doesn't acknowledge her. He opens the door, doesn't know she's there, and closes it.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
fair point. That's you know what? That I believe that random Reddit user. I believe
Yeah, I
this
never
person.
even thought of. I never even realized that. Though.
I've seen this movie a good 3 or 4 times, and it's never crossed my mind.
That it's so disjointed from them and the rest of the movie.
Yeah, never thought about it. But I actually kind of like. No, I don't like this. I like the squirrel scene well enough. I like the scene before the squirrel scene with the cat, who
When he sets it on fire.
he gets fucking murdered. Yeah, the cat gets fucking completely killed by gas fire, and Faison just left.
And
us.
then he just sets the cat on fire. No. It wasn't the gas, it was the electricity.
Oh, the cat was listening to the cable. Yes, no,
Yeah.
it was the uncle who set the cigar up and blew himself up out of the building.
Oh, yeah, because of the... What did he call it? Radioactive toilet? Something
along those lines. This movie is a lot of physical comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that being like a barrier. You know what I mean? Like some people might not like physical comedy per se as much as others.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of physical, the sledding scene I like.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, he's flying down a mountain. It
always goes down.
He goes for miles, and then they cut to the reaction of the family. They can't see where he is.
Tyler likes facts and logic in his movies.
I know that. Yes, I know. It's like, but it's funny to point out. It's like, wait a minute, this man
you're right.
went
I
over
agree
a
with you.
highway. He was miles down.
I thought the same
react.
thing. I thought that, and then I thought, holy shit, this hill just keeps going down because he's really going for a long fucking time.
It turns into like a nice little hill, and then you're on a mountain. He goes through the woods, and you're like, wait a minute, where did he go?
Yeah, it's funny. I always forget about that fucking scene. Like whenever I think this movie, I don't think about that scene like whatsoever.
I think of that scene, the slang one. I think of the turkey. Like
I think of the turkey. Yeah, where he cuts it open.
Yeah,
and it's disgusting.
Like
it looks so fucking rancid.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, I don't know why she tried cooking it like that, but damn, it looked disgusting. I always think about his like monologue at the end. When Santa gets his white fat ass down the chimney this night, he's gonna see the happiest bunch of jackasses on this side of the nut house.
See that monologue when he did it, I thought of Steve. Have you seen Plane, Trains, and Automobiles?
I've not.
I've not either.
There's a very similar scene. Like, it's not like directly. It's basically the same thing. Steve Martin blows up at somebody in the same way where he finally curses.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Wait, Tyler, did you watch this at Rutgers?
Plane, Trains, or?
Yeah, Planes, Trains.
No, I saw it in high school because for one of my classes there.
Okay, I don't know. I thought you mentioned it once, but I guess not.
I probably I don't think I did. I think I've only seen that movie once. I've only seen that movie once, but I think I might have mentioned it.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about it. Like I think I started it, but it didn't catch my interest, so I just moved on to something else.
Oh, it's great.
I got to get around to it. I haven't seen very many Steve Martin's films.
I think that's the only one. Well,
that you've seen or that exists?
No, I've seen like cheap by a dozen, but like I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Never saw that. I saw Black Panther.
We've all seen Black Panther.
And he's in it apparently.
Pink Panther.
He's replacing Chadwick Boseman. R.I.P.
Oh man, that's a terrible
R.I.P.
joke, Tyler. I saw Three Amigos. That's a good one.
I need
Steve
to see
Martin,
that.
Martin Short, and Chevy Chase. Speaking
I
of
have not
Chevy
seen it.
Chase, right back in.
Yeah,
the
I need to see that one.
It's probably not as good as I remember it as a 6-year-old.
Yeah, probably not.
Just odds are. Yeah, I mean, this movie is like, I guess it's kind of like Animal House, like you said. There's not a lot really going on. It's just a bunch of people at Christmas. This guy,
Yeah.
he wants to have this like dream Christmas at his house, but his cousins is kind of a bit of a hick, and his in-laws hate his parents.
Yeah,
and he's bordering on insanity.
it's basically what happens. I feel like at any holiday in a real family.
Mm.
Outside of
Yeah.
like the more extreme parts, obviously.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the wife, like, he was just drinking eggnog the whole fucking movie
Yeah,
just to get through it, which,
sounds
yeah.
about right.
Which is what his
it's
dad
Christmas.
said. His dad said,
Yeah.
how do you, he asked his dad, how'd you get through it? Like, oh, I had help from Jack Daniels.
A man's best friend. Any other things like this is it's a light movie, so I don't think
Yeah,
there's
it's a
whole
light
lot
movie.
to
It's a
say.
funny
Do you guys
movie.
got anything? It's funny. It's really funny. It's definitely the funniest of the three movies. But that's mostly because the competition's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the physical aspect that I didn't mention was him when he gets locked in the attic and is stepping on all the boards.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Yeah.
I like
it's
that.
it's basically the whole movie is basically live action. Like, he's a cartoon character. He gets hurt and immediately gets back up.
He's got the look of a cartoon character.
Yeah.
When he gets his eyes open and everything, it makes sense. It's like Tom and Jerry, but it's a white guy in Spirit of Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, he falls off the roof, I think. No, is it only once or twice? But either way, he
I think
springs
it's
right
twice,
back up.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So,
Yeah,
It's
I think
fun.
that's it.
I think that's it. It's fun. On that note, though, Faison,
Our last movie,
the best
is
Christmas movie, the truest to the
Die
spirit
Hard.
of it all.
I think it has all the makings of a Christmas movie.
it does.
We've got guns. We've got murder. We've got terrorists. We've got hostages. What more can you ask for?
Are there failed police officers in this movie, Faison?
Yes, there are.
Oh, gee, willikers.
This
It is
is
the
the
perfect Christmas
weirdest
movie.
movie to me because I don't get why it's a Christmas movie.
It takes place on Christmas.
This Christmas movie has everything.
Yeah, but
Guns, terrorists. Oh,
it,
God.
it came out in July.
It's a Christmas movie because the terrorist plot is that they had to, one, they needed hostages, and two, they needed the building to be mostly empty, so they still needed some people. And the Christmas party that they're having in the tower is the perfect time for that.
I get that, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Christmas movies traditionally like have like the same sort of theme around them. I guess it's not a traditional Christmas movie. I guess you could say it is a Christmas movie though.
Yeah, but I mean, the same argument can be made with like Home Alone. Everyone says that's a Christmas movie, but at the same time, they could
they
just go.
come back on Christmas. That one's a bit more specific.
No, but you could also have the movie as a summer, like they just went away on summer vacation. He's home alone.
Yeah, but when did Home Alone come out? Right?
Probably during Christmas.
Unless Disney's, well, I guess that was still Fox back then. Fox's brand synergy is just really bad.
Hold on.
I assume it probably
It came out in November.
Yeah,
close
so.
enough. Also, Tyler, I do know what the third thing would be for that what's his name?
Stefan.
For the Stefan bit. I do know what it would be. It'd be a flying wizard.
What's a flying wizard?
It's that thing where you take Alan Rickman and push him off a building. That's gone. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Speaking of which, Alan Rickman's in this movie. He plays your
R.I.P.
villain. Yeah, R.I.P. I always forget that he's dead.
Been a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a few years. I mean, like I always forget the things that he's in because, like, famously he's Snape from Harry Potter, right?
He's great in that.
He was great in that. He's great Snape.
People love his character too much, though. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snape was like the Loki of Harry Potter, in that
But
people
just like
really fucking went for his character.
yeah, he was still an asshole. Like it doesn't change that.
Like he was an asshole, but he was a justified asshole because Harry Potter's father was a prick.
Yeah,
Also
yeah,
that.
but like,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, I will never forget Alan Rickman as that guy in Galaxy Quest.
Who neither of us have seen.
Yeah, you're dead
God
right
damn.
over
Why
my
am
head.
I always the only one who's seen the weird VHS?
Because
90s
you're the
film?
one. You're the only person that sees these weird things.
I had them on VHS. As a child, I lived off yard sales and fat
Or the
TVs.
only movies I had on VHS were Indian movies,
Man,
and then I had the third Harry Potter, just the third one.
that's one of the
Best
best
one.
ones,
Yeah.
though. Yeah,
I
so
know,
that's not
but
bad.
I've watched it like 100 times,
That's
and probably a couple other, but I don't really remember them.
I always had like weird pickings from the 90s, or like even before. Like I had there was Galaxy Quest, which is like a Star Trek spoof with Alan Rickman and Tim Allen.
Yeah,
Had,
Apparently, people consider that as one of the best Star Trek movies when they count it, don't they?
I think they do. It's funny. It's funny from what I remember. I had that movie, that haunting movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Owen Wilson, where he gets his head cut off. I
Nope.
had a movie called Virus. I think it had a robot in it. I had Millennial
Well-
Man. Weird pickings, but that's really what my childhood was. I had a couple of Shirley Temple movies thrown in the mix because they didn't have boxes.
Yeah.
I lived a very depressing, poor childhood.
Alrighty.
I got no
anyways.
words.
I'm just giving them an insight into why I'm this way.
Yeah,
Um,
Die Hard. Let's
Die
get to it
Hard-
because we actually haven't talked about it.
We have time to burn. This is filler this week.
I feel like we've gotten a good amount of filler in, actually.
We
That's-
do.
That's probably fair. Yeah, I do.
It
I mean,
holds up.
I will agree with Tyler. Tyler, you're arguing this is a Christmas movie, right? You're pro Die Hard Christmas.
I mean, yeah, because
Okay. I'm on
Like-
Tyler's side of this argument.
the movie can't happen at another time.
I feel like it could though. It's just like a normal holiday party,
I mean, the
or
reasoning
normal
works.
like company party.
I'm even more lax than Tyler on his restrictions. I say that any movie that takes place on Christmas movie.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Gremlins.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, totally. I totally count Gremlins as a Christmas movie.
Okay, I know some people don't. I'm just saying
Hold on. I'm just movies that take place Christmas.
it's gonna be 90% Christmas movies. Oh wait.
Batman Returns. I count that one.
Oh, okay.
I definitely wasn't counting LA Confidential.
I didn't
but
even know
I guess
Batman
I do
Returns
now.
takes place on Christmas.
Yeah, it's the one with the penguin and his little. I had that on VHS. The penguins
you
with
did.
dynamite on their back.
Kiss Bang Bang.
Iron Man 3. I definitely wasn't counting that.
Nobody counts that one.
Yeah.
You gonna break your own rule right there then?
Lethal Weapon? No, I count it now.
Lethal Weapon counts. Lethal Weapon actually inspired Die Hard because they wanted to do the Christmas thing too. Except they
I'm
actually
I'm just
did it
okay.
better.
I'm not saying it's not a Christmas movie. I'm just wondering how it got to become a Christmas movie. Because there are a lot of movies that take place on Christmas that people don't see as a Christmas movie.
I feel like it has to do with the quality of the film.
Yeah.
Like, if it's
Okay.
considered a good film, I think people will remember it like, oh, it takes place on Christmas rather than, oh, it came out in June. Because, like, I think
July.
I think
That's even further away.
July. Like, I feel like there are some people who will say like Batman Returns Christmas movie because it's like good, but like there's not a lot of people saying Iron Man 3 Christmas movie because I don't really think a lot of people care about Iron Man 3.
I
think
also guess
that movie
that
only
like,
has one scene during Christmas, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember that movie. I did not enjoy that film when I watched it.
yeah, I don't remember Iron Man 3 at all. Don't remember it at all.
Not even a little bit now. But yeah, I'd argue this is a Christmas movie and a pretty damn good action flick. Like,
Oh yeah, it holds
it's
up.
good. It's
I
actually
don't know. Like again, I
surprisingly
just
good.
see it as an action movie that takes place on Christmas.
I
I
guess
think-
that's a fair way to look at it.
I
even if
think
it's
the
wrong.
jokes he made that John McClane makes, because he obviously talks about Christmas a lot while taking down these terrorists. So the fact that he gets into the whole holiday
The
vibe, I
spirit
guess,
of it.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
that helps it. If he was just killing them and taking them out without continually dropping one-liners about Christmas and stuff like that, it wouldn't.
He wears a Santa hat at one point, right?
No, he dresses up.
He dresses up the dead guy in a Santa hat.
Yeah.
I mean, what is Christmas without some mutilation?
Because for me, I feel like Christmas movies are like a certain genre of movies.
What family?
Yeah. Like that's what I
fair.
think of.
Like Christmas movies as its own genre.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Like, I think it's definitely
Which
branded
Die Hard
itself
definitely
that way.
doesn't fit that genre, but if people see it as a Christmas movie, I don't blame them. Like,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree with that. I also think that just as an action movie, like even if we like take away the Christmas side, we're just talking about Die
Yeah,
Hard as
the
an
action is
movie.
great in this movie.
Action's super well shot and like well choreographed. Like
Yeah.
a lot of action movies always like they can feel really confusing and like overly cut and like
Yep.
just edited down to
Like
shit
most
to
of
the
them.
point. Like most of them, yeah. Like you can't tell what the fuck's going
Transformers.
on. Fucking hate Transformers. There's so much going on at the screen at any given point. I hate Transformers for it. But in this movie, like everything's clean. Like you know what's going on. You see the scene, and all the information is just it's streamlined to your brain. It's organized. It's nicely shot. It's nicely choreographed. Bruce Willis.
What the
Bruce.
hell is that?
Bruce Willis. It's my Matt Damon.
Mike Tyson?
Well, I was going for my
Mike
Matt
Tyson.
Damon, but Bruce. Fuck. I can't today, man. Bruce Willis is quite good in this fucking movie.
Yeah, like this is like a Bruce Willis movie.
Oh yeah.
I think this is like the de facto Bruce
Yeah, it's like
Willis
the
movie.
Bruce Willis movie.
Like every like person who got famous off of like action movies in the 80s has like one or two movies that are like this is their movie.
Yep.
Like Rambo is like Stallone. Who else is there? Schwarzenegger, I guess, kind of has a couple because he was like Commando, Predator, Terminator. And I know there's more.
Terminator, the last one you threw in there.
Because like Commando's more traditional. Also, I might have been going by year. I don't know, but I feel like I was. It's very possible. It's very possible. Yeah. What other action heroes are like that? Because like I know Expendables just had a bunch of people. And Van Damme, he's in Street Fighter.
Sylvester Stallone. I don't think did. Oh wait, he was Rambo. You said Rambo, didn't you?
I said Rambo. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Is he in Expendables?
No. I was just listing
like action.
Action. Yeah.
I guess Matrix is like the one that's he's most famous. And then John Wick.
And then and Speed
Cyberpunk 2099, 2077.
2077. That's it. Yeah. That's a game.
He's in it.
It's a game.
He plays Johnny Silverhand, eco-terrorist who wants to kill those damn capitalists.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Actually, that's a good point. Mission Impossible series.
That was late 90s though.
It's later, but still, I think that one counts.
Fair.
What's his name? Statham?
Jason Statham?
Yeah, Transporter.
Okay.
Later still, but you know, like every action star has like a franchise or a movie that's like them. And this is definitely Bruce Willis's. Yeah. And it's
Bruce
good.
Willis? Yeah.
I can't with talking, man.
I'm sorry.
I don't bastards.
All right.
I don't remember. I remember like I had these movies on like DVD, right? The first three. And I don't remember them very well. So it was nice like rewatching this and being like, oh, this is good. This is good movie with like clear cut, solidly defined characters who are pretty fun. You know, Gruber's fun. He's not like incompetent and like he thinks on the fly. Cause like I saw like, you know, like a lot of villains are like, I have a plan and everything needs to go according to
this plan. Yeah.
Whereas Hans Gruber is like,
I ruin. Yeah.
Hans Gruber is just like, I'm willing to take whatever fucking comes my way.
Yeah. Like I've got a general idea and whichever way I go, I'm going.
Yeah, you know, even like he gets caught like literally face to face with Bruce Willis, and he just pretends to be some American dude.
Yeah,
and like Bruce Willis isn't dumb enough to like fall for it. He gives him like an empty gun, but it's just like I think it's a testament to like both characters that Hans Gruber isn't like a dumb type of character who's just gonna slip up and lose because he got slipped up, and then B, Bruce Willis's character is smart enough that he's not gonna lose to someone like Hans Gruber, even if he's not stupid.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think it's like it actually ends up being a pretty solid like matchup.
Yeah. And also the one thing, like this is the first time I saw the whole movie. Most of the other times I've seen it, I was either in like spoofs or like random bits of it. This is the first time I saw the whole
you just
thing.
See it on the TV, so you watch a little bit.
Yeah. So the whole time I was wondering, like before I saw the full movie, I was like, why the hell doesn't he have shoes on? And then the first scene in the movie is him on the airplane and the guy saying, hey, to feel better after a flight, take your shoes off and make a fist with your foot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's why. Because why the hell would he be running around on glass with bare feet? It's like, oh, he took them off way before, and then shit got real, and he didn't have time to put it back on.
Yeah. I mean, like the first 25 minutes of this movie are no action.
Which I like a lot.
It's good. No, exactly. I like that. Like that's not a bad thing by any means. They actually take the time to like set up characters and interactions.
Which action movies really need that. Otherwise,
because otherwise
boring.
Yeah, like you're invested. And I saw someone do a breakdown of like why the stakes in this movie works. Because like in the beginning, or like not in the beginning, but like once the action kicks in, McClane has like a pistol and like an automatic gun and a bag of explosives.
Yep.
And then as the movie progressive, he ends up just with less and less gear.
Yeah.
To the point that he just has like 2 rounds in his pistol. And it's like that's a pretty solid way to escalate stakes without having to like drastically change anything. Like you didn't like you kill like the one asshole to show things are serious, but you didn't have to like gun down a bunch of the survivors or anything like that, you know, the hostages. You just like keep taking away the stuff you gave your character to the point that he's got like less and less resources to work with.
Yeah,
it does the job really well.
Yeah.
It's also almost frustratingly hilarious how incompetent the FBI is in this. They are
they're
just
idiots.
so desperately useless in this movie.
Extremely useless.
They
The first
constantly
phone
fuck
call,
up.
the first phone call to the 911 responders
Mhm.
is the stupidest thing. It's like, hey, I need help. It's like, sir, it's a closed line. It's like, why the hell would I be calling you? Like, who would?
That's the point.
It's like, yeah, we somehow got this. It's like, oh, go. It's definitely a prank call. It's like,
You hear gunshots. What a joker.
who the hell is the idea of a prank call is, hey, there's a shooting.
Those damn
I
pranksters with
mean-
their terrorist calls.
I mean, okay,
It's
whatever
happened
now.
before.
I mean, now, but still.
It's happened at our school before.
That's
Still.
painfully a good point. It's
Still,
actually-
that's different. No one prank calls a office building.
yeah,
true.
I guess so, especially one that's even still under construction. It is kind of funny because like this movie came out in the middle of the 80s, right? So like
Later in the 80s, I think.
late 80s. Is this
1988.
post Cold War or
Came out in 88.
Well, they're German. They're not.
yeah, no, not because of that.
Oh,
Okay, Cold War ends in 91. I just think it's funny because like they're called terrorists in this movies. Their goals do not align with what would be considered modern terrorism by any stretch of the imagination because
Well,
they're basically thieves.
well, they
Yeah.
don't know that. They don't know. The police don't know what the motive is.
Yeah, they assume it's like a hostage takeover, like a terrorist situation. I just find like, I guess the use of that description to be kind of funny in like a modern world where like
Yeah, I can
terrorism
see
has a
that.
very specific context, and it's definitely not a bunch of Germans holding up a building.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's
Well,
ridiculous.
it's not. Well, it wasn't all Germans, wasn't it? Just like a mixed group of people.
It was heavily Germans and a
Like
couple
mostly
Americans.
Germans.
I think it was like one American in there, which was the tech guy.
He's
And
probably
there
like
was
half German.
There was one Asian guy
anyways.
too.
Was there?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
there was. I think there was one.
Yeah.
He could have been born in Germany. You don't know that.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, maybe he was the guy named Hans. No, that was Gruber.
That
Maybe he was
the-
maybe there's another Hans. Yeah, I mean, I just find that to be an interesting like little thing that came to my mind while watching it. I really fucking love Gruber's call with the FBI where he's like, "Oh, what are your demands?" With the cops, actually, it wasn't the FBI. Where they're like, "Oh, what are your demands?" And he just starts like listing off people he wants freed.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, "Who are you talking about?" It's like, "Oh, I saw them on the TV today."
Yeah.
I love that scene. Like that's just a great way to show that he's just really fucking clever.
Yeah. I mean, Hans is considered one of the most like notable and iconic villains.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely like he's stuck with people, you know? Like he's
Yeah.
one of those villains that even though it's from like a simple movie from however long ago, it's definitely like been ingrained in people's minds. So it definitely did stuff right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's a fun villain. I think that's what this is. Like it's a really fun action movie.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
9 out of 10 times an action movie isn't going to be something like mind blowing. I feel like that's fair to say.
Yeah, because they all usually follow the same like script
Yeah.
of an action movie.
Yeah, like 9 out of 10 times they're not going to be amazing, and then 5 out of 10 times they're going to be bad. Like,
Which I think this
your
movie
odds.
still does, but like
It doesn't do it.
it
Yeah,
just
it
does
still
it
feels
better.
really good.
yeah.
Yeah. Because like you have like modern action movies like Olympus Has Fallen, like that whole franchise,
Is
and
bad.
it's just
Yeah,
like
that was
I
bad.
can't. They're so boring to me because they're
Thing
just
is,
like
again, it goes back to just the fact that the first 20 minutes were all just character development, right?
it's all just established.
Because without that, like, do you really care? It just ends up being
Yeah.
another shootout movie, basically.
Well, doesn't John Wick kind of do the same thing? Because the first 5 minutes, it's only 5 minutes, and then you get into it for John Wick.
Yeah, but John Wick isn't carried by its characters or its story. It's carried by its
Well, the
world
lore.
building.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
not character. It's still carried by its world building and the fact that its gunfights are really clean.
True.
like Tyler, the train one.
The train one in the second John Wick
that's
when
that's the dumbest thing
Keanu
of all time.
versus Carmen is the funniest thing ever.
I don't remember this.
They're walking through a crowded train.
Oh, that
station.
one. They're shooting each other quietly. I
Yeah.
fucking love that scene. No, okay.
It's so funny to me though.
That one. One's
Oh
really
no,
good.
it's so fun. Like they know, like John Wick has fun with it because they know him that
It's absurd.
it's absurd. I mean, did you see? None of you seen the third one, right?
I've
No.
not.
The first 20 minutes of the movie has some of the best action scenes in it, and it's so well done.
I mean, like, yeah, I think like John Wick markets itself off of just like its action scenes are way more precise
Yeah.
and way more visually interesting than anything else you're gonna get. but like I feel like the average action movie doesn't even get that. Like John Wick is in the upper percent of action movies that are like made these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I think that because I saw I watched somebody watching the director's commentary on parts of the movie.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting how much thought they put into like what could be considered a very simple action movie. Because like the first 20 minutes, it's not only like character development, he also he keeps saying how it's about geography, how he wants like you follow McClane going through the building and whatever, and you get a sense of where everything is in retrospect of one to itself. So as you continue watching the movie, you kind of know where everything is pretty like just where everything is relative to itself.
Yeah.
You know where John is, you know where he could be and where he's going to go. And like, I just think that's a really interesting approach to it. And just the fact that you put that much effort into what could have been a super clumsily put together, like action summer flick. It's just really, I find it really interesting.
Yeah.
So do I. I think this movie just, it's even better to me because we all know what bad action movies look like.
Oh, God.
So many cuts.
There's so many bad action movies.
That's what I'm
Tyler,
saying.
what was that movie I told you I saw recently that had a ridiculous amount of cuts in a very short frame of time? I can't remember
Taken
what it
3.
was. No, not Taken 3. Another one. I texted you very recently. Had something like 17 cuts in I think it counted like 15 seconds, something like that.
Did it come out recently or?
Oh, you did text me.
I can't fucking remember.
It wasn't Transformers.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not only ever shitting on Transformers. I have other things I shit on.
That's right. I brought it up today.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what exactly it was.
I'm going to go through Letterboxd. You people carry the podcast for a minute.
Anyways,
what else we got here?
I shot a kid.
Oh God, the cop.
Jesus Christ.
the cops are portrayed very accurately in this movie.
Some things
as
never change.
incompetent.
He shoots
well, how is this our most political episode so far? And by a pretty large margin.
Okay, so you pulled out the Scrooge reference like out of your ass.
I'm not wrong though.
Yeah,
no,
you're
the
not.
cop one is relevant. He shot
a kid.
McClane is on the walkie-talkie with the one cop that is the
Powell?
one who called everybody up. Is it what? Yeah, Powell. So he's getting to know Powell. They're basically bonding as they like just two random people in the situation. And I forgot why he brings up that he shot a kid.
He was talking about why he became a desk jockey when he used to be out in the field.
Because he doesn't use the gun anymore. So he's like, I shot a kid once.
Oh, it seems like a weird thing to mention to the guy you just met.
Yeah.
You know what they say. It's always easier to talk to strangers, right?
I mean, true, but still, it's like, I shot a kid. I'm still in the force, but I'm on desk jockey now.
Yeah, that's actually, it's a fair point.
No, he voluntarily said, I'm not going to like shoot my gun anymore. They didn't apprehend him.
Yeah, there was nothing, no punishment was involved.
Yeah, he moved to a desk job.
So exactly what happens in your life.
Yeah. Still making the same amount of money.
Yeah, honestly, and a lot safer.
A lot safer.
Well, not for that night.
Not for that one night where he was picking up donuts for his wife.
It wasn't his wife.
It was definitely not his wife. I'm really just trying to find this thing, but I can't, so I'm gonna give up. We'll talk about it next week probably if I bother remembering.
Yeah.
Is there any negative for this movie?
I don't think there's really
Not
anything wrong with this movie. Like it's like it doesn't necessarily excel in everything it does, but it's not bad in anything it does.
No, I mean I like how John wins, but for the most part he gets his ass kicked.
He's getting his shit knocked in the whole fucking movie.
So much glass in his feet.
He's literally pulling bullets out of his side. Like literally pulling bullets out of his side. He's honestly just getting the absolute shit beaten out of him for so long.
Yeah,
that does make the win more satisfying. Like he is just ragged by the end, but he still manages to take down Hans.
I like how
it's just satisfaction.
I like how his limo driver is oblivious for half the movie.
Mulan.
Oh yeah, the Disney movie.
Mulan. I did watch it recently. Mulan has a fight scene with so many fucking cuts. Mulan is not good. The new one. It's not a fucking good movie.
That's something we'll talk about in one episode. I feel like eventually.
Hopefully never.
No, Tyler, you're gonna watch this movie. It's not good. My family, I have my family. They're simple people. They just enjoy a fun action movie. None of us enjoy Mulan.
Hey, you know what's a good action movie? The Bourne series.
Oh, no! Wait, no. That still leads back to Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Damn it! I thought you were gonna do Team America. Still leads back to Matt Damon. All roads lead to him.
It is a
He's-
pretty good series.
It's not bad. The director of that is doing the Andor Star Wars series.
Ooh,
So that
that's
should be kind
exciting.
of fun. I think it's director or producer. I can't remember.
Well,
Either way,
there's
yeah.
there's a big difference.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. It might. I think it was the director, but I can't be sure right now. I'll brush up for next week. Yeah, no, this movie doesn't have anything bad with it. I don't really think any of these three movies have anything like distinctly bad with them.
I don't think so either.
No, I didn't really think there's a negative for any of them.
Yeah.
I might not think like one. Bless you. I don't think
Thank
like they might not hit any particular high, but like they're still good. All of them.
Yeah, none of these movies has like a giant flaw that I can poke at.
Yeah,
Like,
but they
none of
also
them
don't
are
have
paced
like that.
poorly.
Like, yeah, they don't have, but they don't have like those super high highs. I feel like
Yeah, I think maybe Die Hard is the closest to that, honestly.
maybe.
What, the highest?
Yeah.
I mean, on that
And
note, do we want to get to rankings?
Let's get to rankings. Let's start.
All right,
Three.
Three.
I'm not going first because I don't have a clue what the fuck. I'm gonna pick.
Muppets.
I was the whole week I thought it was gonna be National Lampoon, but the more I think about it, I'd rather see Vacation than Muppets. So Muppets is third.
I think I just enjoyed watching like the other two more than Muppets, just because I'm also not a fan of musicals and puppets.
It's been an interesting month for you.
Yeah, it has.
I'm
still
gonna.
liked it though. I still thought it was really good.
But Faison, you know what movie you did like?
Oh no,
America.
Fuck yeah.
man! I really hope that one day enough weeks pass that we forget about this bit, so that I
Nope,
can be
it's
free.
never. It's gonna stick.
Matt Damon.
I'm just gonna make sure we never watch a Matt Damon. From now on, we're only watching Mark Wahlberg films.
And you're gonna confuse him for Matt Damon.
I'll do my best, damn it. And my third pick is gonna be National Lampoon, even though I do like it a lot.
That's fair.
Okay, understandable.
Number two.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask you to just give a little bit of your reasoning as to why you put it at 3.
I think it might end up being kind of heavily nostalgia, quite frankly.
That's
Like
what I was
I did
assuming.
watch Muppets a lot. Like that's like my go-to family Christmas movie. It's like Muppets and Home Alone. You know, because I had it on VHS.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I do think that's helping it. I like the Muppets. Damn it. I just enjoy them. They're a fun cast of felt characters.
Yeah,
Can't help it. So
understandable.
yeah, I think National Lampoon ends up taking the third spot for this one.
All right.
Fair.
My number 2 is gonna be National Lampoon.
National Lampoon.
See, like obviously I should put Muppets here, but like it is Christmas. I feel like part of me almost feels compelled to
All
put
right,
the
so-
Christmas movie, but I
Is this-
also
Is this gonna be like when I picked Wreck-It Ralph first?
Take your nostalgia fucking glasses off or whatever.
Well, no, he can do that because
I mean,
did
yeah,
the
he
same
can.
thing with
Tyler
Wreck-It
did it
Ralph.
for Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
But-
It is the movie you enjoyed watching the most. So like whatever you enjoyed watching the most should be there.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, somehow Die Hard takes the second spot. I'm the weirdo this week.
Yeah, I mean, understandable.
Yeah.
The
If
complete
you
different
like
list.
watching it more. You like.
I
it.
do. Yeah, it's purely nostalgic, and I like the Muppets. As that's it. That those 2 points are why Die Hard is my number 2 spot,
Yeah, and I mean, Die Hard's going to be 1 for me.
Yeah.
and
I'm a
Muppets
sucker
obviously.
for good action
It's
movies.
good. Like I really like Die Hard. If this was like any other iteration of the Christmas Carol, this list would probably not have been this way.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna let the nostalgia win this time.
For Christmas movies, do you guys think we picked like the 3 best Christmas movies, or do you think there's a better Christmas movie that we should have went for?
To be honest, Tyler, I don't celebrate Christmas, so
All
don't
right,
really
Chris.
know that many Christmas movies.
Oh, I feel like It's a Wonderful Life, probably a good pick. That's pretty iconic.
Yeah. There's Elf.
I don't care. I mean, Elf is okay. I don't really care for it.
I don't
Well,
know.
you don't
Elf
like
is-
Will Ferrell, so.
I feel like
I
Elf is
like Will
just, like-
Ferrell enough.
Oh, you do? I thought you didn't.
I don't hate him. Like,
Oh.
I'm not gonna like see a movie because it's Will Ferrell, but I'm
Oh,
also
okay.
not gonna not watch a movie because it's Will Ferrell.
Oh, I thought you.
No, it's kind of like an indifference. I feel like we could have gone for one of the classic claymation ones: Rudolph, Santa.
Yeah. I don't.
Those
I
are
don't
short,
put the,
but
Yeah, I don't put them in the same category as the movies. They're like specials.
that's fair. I can
Yeah,
understand that.
that's
Like
fair.
Christmas, in terms of special, the Star Wars holiday special.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
You
we
don't
could
get
have
much.
thrown that
You
in
don't get
there.
much better than that. Oh man, if
I
you want to
can't believe I
suffer.
watched it once.
Oh man, I can't wait till I make you watch it twice next year.
Wait,
Next
Chris, what are you
Christmas.
talking about? That movie doesn't exist.
No, Tyler, it exists. It is the best. That is the only good Star Wars film. I'll say it right here. All other
Yeah, I mean,
9
honestly,
films
it's
and
better
TV
than
shows.
better than the last Star Wars movie that came out.
You know what? I actually
Yep.
don't hate the Rise of Skywalker. Whereas the Christmas Star Wars special,
You say Muppet Star Wars?
you know, I would be down for that.
Like a Kermit Darth Vader.
Kermit's Vader? Kermit's 100% Luke.
No,
Or
Kermit's Vader.
Kermit-
What's the name of that? What's the name of that Kermit's nephew? Little Frog guy?
Oh, he's Luke?
Yeah, he's Luke, and it's Kermit in Kermit voice. What's his name? What's his name? Like the kid.
I have no
from-
idea. Oh, wait, you know how we're both stupid?
How are we both stupid?
He's Kermit's fucking Yoda. That's obvious.
No way.
Can you
That's
imagine?
Animal. Animal's Yoda.
Animal is Yoda.
Animal's
Animal is
Yoda.
Chewbacca. He's Chewbacca.
Animal's not Chewbacca. Ralph is Chewbacca. Ralph is 100% Chewbacca. Yeah, Ralph is Chewbacca. Animal is Yoda. Kermit's Darth Vader, and Robin is his nephew. And we get the great scene
Who's
where Kermit's
Palpatine?
it's Miss Piggy.
Piggy's
Piggy.
not. Piggy's not Leia.
Piggy's Palpatine.
Piggy's not Leia.
Piggy's not Leia. Leia is the girl Muppet from the band, like the groupie chick. Guys, that
What?
someone knows what I'm
That's
talking about.
Leia.
That's our Leia. I don't know who's Han. I'm gonna go back to the Muppet
Fozzie.
tier list. Okay, Han is Fozzie. Maybe Miss Piggy shouldn't be.
I don't think Miss Piggy should be Leia.
I feel like it'd be okay. Fine, you're right. Miss Piggy. Okay, if let's do it right. Miss Piggy, Leia. Okay, well that just makes fucking Kermit Luke really weird.
Well, it was weird from the beginning. What do you mean?
All right, Kermit, Luke, Animal Yoda, Rizzo the Mouse, Palpatine. There we go, boys. We got it. We did it.
Alrighty.
And that's the binge.
We fixed Star Wars, and that's the bitch.
That's the bitch. Wait, what?
That's the binge. That's the binge. I was gonna tell you to do the plug stuff.
I'm more focused with the new tagline being "That's the bitch."
That's it. That's how we end every episode from now on. Oh,
We still doing shout outs?
thank you guys
give
for
a shout
watching.
out to
Oh yeah,
Pilot
you got to do.
G.
Yeah.
Pilot G, SoundCloud / Pilot G. Still doing the music. Still follow him. Follow us now on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon
rate
Music.
us, leave a review.
What if
Got
Swedish
it?
Chef was Palpatine?
Hey
That'd
Chris,
be funny.
we're busy right now. All right, come on. Do you mind?
No, I'm not guy. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you guys for listening.
See you next week.
Oh my
See ya.
god. See ya.